Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. Welcome to episode 64 of hashtag Friday Sews. As always, a big thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who is the creator of hashtag Friday Sews. And what she's done basically is create this amazing sewing community here on YouTube who get together every Friday and just chat about what's going on in and out of their sewing room. So, Friday Sews is a little bit about life and a little bit about sewing. And yeah, let's begin with sewing. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot of sewing this week. Work has been really, really busy, and we were at the summer house or island house all weekend. But I did get started. Right here is my daughter's purple patina blouse, which is coming along very, very nicely. So with any luck, that's going to get done before the weekend, before I go away. And I also spent quite a bit of time cutting out all of my projects for June so that I don't get too sidetracked and can just keep sewing as I have the time. So the big pile behind me is everything I want to get sewn in June, minus a couple of things I will talk to you in a little bit. So that's basically it as far as sewing. So a half done patina blouse and a whole lot of projects all cut and ready to sew. Now, I did finish my birthday dress, and I showed you a sneak peek of it on Friday last week. All that was left to do on Friday last week was to sew up the buttons up the front. So I sat down one evening and did that. I think I did that on Monday. So that is ready for me to wear Saturday night at our family get together. I will have a full reveal and some pictures with my hair done and makeup on coming at you on Tuesday next week. So I plan to do a pattern review of the pattern I used and show you the finished dress. I think it's going to be good. I think I'm really going to like it. I tried it on and the fit is not perfect. It's good enough to wear, definitely, but I will make some tweaks to this pattern for the next time I make it because I think there will be a next time. It's a pretty good one. Now, when I talked to you about my June plans, I said I was going to have only 5 things on my to-do list for this month, and those 5 things are all cut here or sewn here, but I am getting sidetracked or I'm getting tempted by new pattern releases or just things that I'm seeing out there in the sewing community. So I mentioned this last Friday, the Zadie jumpsuit has got to get done at some point, and I went ahead and purchased the pattern. So I think I've identified some fabric I'm not overly in love with, and I'm going to do my muslin with that. And I don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm really hoping it's before the end of June. Because I suspect we're going to have another family gathering somewhere in July because both my brother and my sister have July birthdays. So we typically get together somewhere in the middle of July for another family dinner. So I'd love to be able to wear my Zadie to that. Now, 2 other patterns have come out this month that I really, really want to sew up. So the first one is the June pattern from the Cashmerette Club. I think it's called the Selwyn top. It's this super cute sleeveless top that you can put a ruffle over the shoulder. It's got no closures, I don't think. Now I can't remember if it's I think it's just a plain front, some ruffles here on the side, but it's so stinking cute. I just had to get it, download it, and I'm hoping to be able to get it done at some point this month. And the Santorini tank that came out this month from Itch to Stitch. Yeah, as soon as I got the email announcement, I went and purchased that one. It is such a cute pattern. So it's a woven tank. It's got a really fun button placket on the side that is a functional button placket. It's got some really nice shaping thanks to princess seams that start from the neckline and go down to the hem. It's semi-fitted, so, and I learned that during the month of May, if you remember, a little bit of volume is good, too much volume, not so much. So semi-fitted, I think, will be a really, really good look. Yeah, so I think that one's downloaded. I think it's going to get printed, and I've already got fabric in mind to make that one. So I think this is also going to need to happen in June. I don't know how I'm going to juggle all of this, and I may need to push some of that out to July, but oh my goodness, those two new patterns, I just had to get them. In terms of life, well, nothing super exciting is going on over here. I'm very, very busy with work. You might have heard about the crazy wildfires happening in the north of the province of Quebec. So yeah, it's very smoky and smoggy in Montreal these days. And it's making it so like my throat is constantly scratchy. My eyes are burning. We're trying to stay indoors as much as we can. But yeah, it's just, I guess, you know what? Those of you who live in the western part of the United States know what I'm talking about. The last few years, you have gone through these crazy fires almost every year. But that kind of thing just never happens here. So yeah, it's just been strange. My dad is not in great shape. He's got COPD, so I'm worried about my dad. But all in all, things are okay. A few of you have reached out to make sure we were okay. And that just, yeah, this is how awesome this Friday Sews community is. So thank you so much, those of you who did reach out and made sure we were okay. We are fine. Just, you know, the air's not the greatest, but otherwise we're healthy and we're going to be just okay. All right, the question of the week this week is a good one, I think. So, are you the brave type of sewist who does the maintenance or the repairs on your sewing machine yourself? Or are you somebody who sends your machine to get fixed or cleaned or serviced? And if you do send them out, how often do you get your sewing machines serviced? So I had a bit of a think about that. First of all, I don't do my repairs myself, never have. I do clean my machines after each project. So my routine, after I'm done with the project, if I need to change my serger thread, I go ahead and do that. Clean my serger, change my thread. Same thing for my regular sewing machine. I'll clean like the bobbin area, the feed dog areas. I change my thread, change my needle. I'm pretty good about that. But as far as anything more involved or more complex than that, I just take them to a sewing machine shop that's near my house. It's about a 20-minute drive, and they do some amazing work. So I took my Juki, my first machine, recently, so a couple of months ago. My serger is due. It hasn't been serviced. I've had it for over a year now, and I've not taken it in yet. So I think I'm going to try and get that done this summer. I mean, the summer is perfect for me to get my machines cleaned and maintained because I don't sew on weekends because I'm typically away on the weekend. And I'm pretty sure I can live without my serger for 1 week. So, yeah. So I try to stick to the annual, so between 12 and 15 months in between servicing. But yeah, how about you? Do you fix your own? And if you don't and you send them out, how often do you get your machines serviced? Also, I'm curious, are you like me and do you do, all of the cleaning and the changing of the threads and all that stuff, the changing of your needle after each project? Or are you more the kind of, I'll just make it work with the thread that's on there now? Would love to know in the comments. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for me this week for Friday Sews episode 64. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.